All right, so how y'all doing, beautiful people? So recently I went back home to visit my family. Had a great time. And I flew out early Monday morning, August 12th. And in my mind, I'm late for my flight left, I want to say 6:25. I got to the airport about 5:25. And as my grandmother would say, you want to be at the airport 2 hours before your flight. Clearly, I didn't get that memo. I'm there an hour before my flight. Mind you, I'm getting there. I haven't checked in. So I still have to do that. I get to, I want to say the checkpoint, I think it's like 5:40 at this point. I'm starving. I go through the check-in, and it's about probably about 6 o'clock now. So, and if anybody flies, you normally they do the boarding 30 minutes before your flight. So my boarding would have been about 5:55. So I get in about 6, and I'm like, I'm good, because I'm like section B. I was flying Southwest, so I'm good. I ain't tripping, because technically I'm on time. Like, I'm section B. They'll call that in about 15 minutes. So maybe I'll go and get a donut and some coffee or something, because I'm starving. So I get in the line, and they got this new setup for Dunkin' Donuts in the airport. And it's this long line where you got to grab your own stuff, and you wait for the person to ring you up. And yeah, I was in that line for about 10 minutes. So now I'm looking, and the way the line's set up, it puts you in a position where it's very hard to get out. Like, you literally have to, excuse me, move people out the way. And I'm like, okay. So I'm feeling the pressure of, once I get locked into this line, because there was a certain point that you went up to where you kind of locked in, or you just going to disturb people to get out the line. And then you kind of got the item in your hand because you didn't grab it yourself. It's like, well, what I'm going to do with this item? I'm just going to leave it on the shelf. I can't put it back. That's kind of nasty because it's in my hand. Okay. All right. Now, and then I'm feeling the pressure of having to walk out. So I'm stuck in this line, and I'm like, okay. So I go up, I pay, and I'm like, okay, wait, y'all don't put cream and sugar. And then, okay, so now I got to go and get cream, and I got all this stuff. So I'm pouring the cream and sugar, and then I begin to walk, and I'm like, okay, we still good. We still good. And then I hear on the intercom, with Sherelle Washington, if you're in the vicinity or in the airport, we need you to board your aircraft. So I began to run with my coffee and my donut, and I'm in my backpack, and I'm like, oh, I can make it. And he goes, oh man, you ran, you right on time. That's how it is with God. How we think sometimes, we look at time and we think, man, we're late. When I think of my age, I had a plan for my life. I was supposed to be married at 25. I was supposed to have kids at 28. I was supposed to, and now that I'm 32, most would think, man, you are late to the party. You are late to being married. You are late to having children. You are late. When God is saying, nah, boo, you right on time. Like, the timing is perfect because I'm ordaining it. I know some people are going to school and they're in their 30s and in their 40s, and they're thinking, man, they're in class with these young kids in their 20s and their teens, 18 and 20 and 25, and they're like, man, I'm arriving late to the party. But God is saying, no, you are right on time. Just like that plane. I thought I missed it. I thought I was gonna be late. I wasn't gonna make it. And he says, oh, here, give me a check-in. All right, here, go straight on. You right on time. Don't ever think that you're too late, that it's too late for God to use you because of your age, because of your education, because of your marital status, because of how many kids you have. You are never too late. God can use whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, whatever circumstances in your life, for a message. He can use your mess for a message. Don't ever think that God, his timing is perfect. And because my steps are ordered, because my steps are ordained at the set time, I can't put God in a box. I can't say, God, well, I need you to do this by the time I'm 25. I need you to do this. And all my prayer is, God, I thank you for doing this. Because I think if now being the age that I am now, I think, man, I had so much growing and learning to do when I was 25. I couldn't imagine being someone's wife or being a mother at 28. I thank God that you kept me. And you helped me to grow in the areas where I lack maturity. To be to this point, to be okay in my singleness, to be okay with where I am and where you're taking me to. And being of good cheer as I wait on him. And not just, and I know I kind of talk a lot about him sending me my husband, but there are so many things that God has said to me. When I think about starting schools, God, how are you going to do this? How are you going to take this young black woman from Detroit, Michigan, and start schools? Like, what? I can't work. And then I think, well, God, I'm too young. Well, hold on, I'm young. Like, you can't. When God is saying, no, you don't put a time stamp on me. Don't put an age requirement on me. Don't put me in a box of, I can only do it if you're this age. I can only do it if you got this many kids. I can only do it if you got a husband. I can only do it if you got a bit. I can only do. No. I'll do what I will do. I'll do whatever my good pleasure is to do. And because I've called you, I'm going to do it through you. I just need you to believe that you are right on time. Because I'm always on time. So when I say go, go. When I call your name, go. When they call my name, it sprung something in me to just run for what was before me, which was a flight. When God has called you and ordained you, allow that to build some type of fire, some type of strength in you to go forward to what he would have for you. I know that he has so many things for me. So my position in going forward isn't to just be passive about it. My position about it is to be aggressive about what he would have for me, about the schools. I'm not just being passive about, he's gonna birth schools for me. No, I'm preparing. I'm learning about how to start the schools. I'm writing down, ideas, things that I could teach, things that are going to be taught the school, things that are going to, that he would want me to do in the schools. When I'm thinking about me being a wife, I'm not just going, okay, I'm going to be a wife. No, like, he's preparing me to be a wife. I'm a wife now. I'm not becoming that once I become the one that he has ordained me to become his wife. I am a wife now. So if God has called you to be a wife, become it now. Allow him to take out the stuff in you that can't go into a marriage. Allow him to pull out the stuff in you that can't go where he is trying to take you. If he has caused you to be a business owner, allow him to pull out the things in you that can't go into that business, into that business that he has ordained and called you to have. Begin to be aggressive about the things that God has called you to. When I think about this channel, I'm trying to figure out ways to make it better, because I'm like, God, I know my prayers changed about it. It's I want to take it serious because it's for you. It's for the kingdom. You got to get the glory out of it. So send the resources, send the people that can help me to make this channel better, to equip it to make it better. When you are praying for the things that God has called you to, if it's marriage, if it's to motherhood, if it's fatherhood, if it's to be a husband or a wife, if it's to business, pray that God would send the resources and the people that will help you to get to that next level for whatever he would have you to get to. And understand that you are not late, that you're on time. That you are on time for what God has called you to, what he wants to birth in and through you. You're not late. God's timing is perfect. So Be blessed, people of God. I really take a moment to really pray for those who are you feel like you're too old to go to school, but you have this burning. It won't leave you to start school. Do it. Don't be fearful. Don't be fearful about what people are going to say about you, what they're going to think about you. When I was running, I heard people in the background going, she running, she about to miss her flight. If I would have stopped and paid attention to them, I would have missed it. I would have missed my flight. I just let it bounce off. Man, I ain't even paying no attention. Yeah, I'm running to get mine. I'm running to get to where I need to be. So sometimes you got to press through people's perceptions, their ideals, their preconceived notions about you and why you're doing what you're doing. Everybody won't understand. But do what God has called you to do. If you have this urge to go to school, if you have this urge to be a better wife, a better husband if you're married, then do the work. And don't worry about what people have to say and what they think about you. Trust what God is doing through you, and that his timing is perfect. No matter if you're 50, if you're 60, if you're 45, if you're 35, and you're just starting over with school and in life. Maybe you're going through a bad divorce. Don't think that that's the end. That God can't give you greater. You just have to be willing to trust him in that area, that he'll work it out. He'll make a way. Be blessed, people of God. I just pray peace over you. I pray strength. And I just pray Holy Spirit just continues to work through you to do all the things that he has called you to do. I love you, people. God bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye.